Hello there, and welcome back to Yoga by Beka. I am Beka, and this is my dog Mabel. Today we're going to do some yoga that concentrates on stretching the lower back and the hamstrings. So go ahead and get on your mat if you'd like to follow along, and I'll try my best to describe what I'm doing as I'm doing it and why. So ground down into your sits bones on your mat and take a few deep cleansing, loving breaths, big belly breaths. Sit back on your hands. Take a breath in and arch your back. Exhale, back to center. Deep breath, arch your back. Exhale, sit back into center. Now let's windshield wiper our legs. First, just let the legs fall over onto one side and pause and take some breaths. Readjust yourself and get your hips put back into the sockets deeply, and then fall over on the other side. Now let's just do this a few times, back and forth on your breath, back and forth. All the while taking your time and relaxing. This is going to improve flexibility and also decrease your stress levels. So lay back on your mat and keep your feet grounded close to your sits bones, your hip bones. Put your hand on your belly and enjoy a few deep cleansing breaths. Breathing just lots of nurturing in and exhaling lots of nurturing out. We're going to start today with grounding our left foot. Feel all four corners of your left foot. Make sure your left hip bone is deep in its socket. And you're going to find stability, and just picture the stability on your left foot and your left hip socket, grounding down your lower back to meet the mat and be flush with the mat. If you need to, lift your hips up a few times and down to make sure that you feel your hip bone in its socket and the strength in all four corners of your foot being felt on the mat. Now extend your right foot directly above, pointing and flexing towards the ceiling. Maybe lift your hips up and set them back down to make sure you have the correct posture. If you want, bend your knee generously and try to get that thigh to be close to your belly. Clasp the back of your thigh to pull it a little closer to increase that flexibility, but never grab the back of your knee. You'll hurt yourself. Just gently do this as your legs allow you to. Spend a few moments pointing, flexing, pointing, flexing. Maybe even do a few rotations. Make little circles on the ceiling with your toes. If you're a middle-aged woman like myself in your 40s or your 50s, this is really great to keep your health and wellness in check, and also really great to de-stress. Just breathing in and breathing out. Peel up and touch your nose to your knee if you can. All the while flexing and pointing, pointing and flexing. Now grab the outside of your foot to increase and deepen this stretch as you go through your breath cycles. Breathing in and breathing out. Focus on your lower back being flush with the mat and the stability that you feel in your left foot that's planted firmly on your mat. As you deepen this stretch, bend your knee to draw your thigh closer to your body and your trunk, and then extend it. If you need to, now point your toe in towards your knee and extend it slightly out to the side. Rotate it forward to be straight towards your head. And now drop your foot down to your mat. All the while just breathing in and breathing out. Cross your left foot over your right and extend your right leg again to the ceiling. Clasp your hands behind your thigh, drawing it closer to you, but avoiding the back of the knee. Flex and point on your breath cycles, breathing in and breathing out. Drop both legs down, position them close to your bum or your sits bones, your hips, making sure your hip bones are deep in its sockets. Some more time with the right leg up to the sky. Now I'm grabbing my calf muscle to try to bring it even further towards my face as I let my back stay flush with the mat, feeling the deep stretch in my hamstrings. Sit up and meet your face to the knee. Flex, point, breathe in, breathe out. Pull yourself up to your leg, release down to the mat. Let your right leg now fall to the side. Try not to force it and try to keep your back still touching the mat. Just pivot on that foot, turning it on the razor's edge of your foot and letting your knee's heaviness fall to the floor. Grab your leg now. Extend it to the front and right side of your body. Softly, with control and strength. Drop it down to the mat. Lift your hips up to release any tension and sit back down gently, breathing in and breathing out. Now lift up your left foot. We're going to ground your right foot down like we did the other side. And this time spend some time on our left leg up in the air. Bend your knee generously if you need to. Point and flex. Point and flex. Maybe do some circles with your toes. Painting some imaginary circles on the ceiling. Notice the difference between your left side versus your right side. Clasp your hands on the back of your thigh and pull it gently towards you. Now sit up and try to meet your face with your kneecap. Drawing your thigh close to your chest. You don't have to have it straight, but if you can straighten your leg, that's great. Or you can have a nice bend in your knee. Point and flex on your breath cycle. Pull it in a little bit deeper. Breathing in, breathing out. Pull up to grab that leg. Spend some time here. Now grab your toe if you need to, your ankle, whatever feels good to you, and pull that leg in even deeper towards your body. Now bend and straighten it off to the left-hand side, in and out. Breathing deeply. Now let your left knee fall off to the side. Maybe pull it up straight and then let it fall back down again, pivoting your foot on its razor's edge, letting the heaviness of the knee naturally open up that hip joint. Take your right leg and cross it over the left. Pull your left leg up to meet the sky. Needle your arms through like threading a needle, clasping behind your thigh to pull it closer to your body. Do not grab behind the knee itself. Now if you can, grab your calf and pull your face up to meet that kneecap. All the while flexing and pointing, pointing and flexing. Spending lots of time pointing and flexing and stretching to massage your hamstrings. While simultaneously massaging and kind of creating comfort in that lower back region as your lower back stays flush to the mat. Pull up to meet your thigh with your stomach, your face to the kneecap, and then relax back down. Grab your toe into the extension, deepening your stretch. Open up your leg to the left-hand side. Full extension to the side. And if you have to keep a hand on your right ankle to keep it in alignment and to keep your hip in its hip joint, please go ahead. It helped me. Take a deep breath and stretch above your head. And just take some time to rest. Extend both legs up to the sky. Now let's do a happy baby and rock back and forth from one side to the next. Curl back into a ball, get into a upright position, and just notice the energetic change and feelings surrounding you after releasing tension from your hamstrings, hips, and back. Windshield wiper your legs again. And let's do some forward fold time. Mabel's coming in for some kisses. Now we're going to do some balancing work. Lay on your right side. One arm extended out, completely on your side, legs stacked one on top of each other. And just try to gain balance without falling backwards or forwards. Just get yourself centered and focus on breathing in and breathing out. Now, if you'd like, prop your head up, slightly bend the knees while staying on your side, or you can keep your legs straight out if you're better at balancing. I'm not. Just take some time, get comfortable, come into your body. Now, grab your top foot, that top toe, and extend it out while trying to balance on your side without wobbling to the front of you or the back of you. Just trying to stay centered on your side. If you have great balance, extend the lower leg that's on the mat straight out as well. Just breathe in and out. If you can lower the hand propping your head up to the ground, that would be great as well. Lower your top leg over top the other to settle it down. Then have another go at it. Grab your leg up. Stretch it out. Balance, balance, balance. One leg extended out on the mat as far as possible, and your supporting arm extended out as well. Where we live in the country, we're a little snowed in, and Mabel has a lot of extra energy because she can't play ball outside. If you throw a ball out in the snow, it just kind of sinks into the snow and she can't seem to find it, so I apologize for her extra neediness in this video. Now set yourself up and let's do the other side. First, let's lay on our side, get comfortable, come into our bodies, breathing in and breathing out. Get cozy. Extend the legs and the arm. Prop your head up with your supporting arm if you need to, or slightly bend your legs if you need more stability. Try not to wobble front or back. Trying to balance on our side here. As we come into our breath, grab a toe of that top leg and extend it. And at first, you may need to prop your head up like I do, or have your supporting leg slightly bent to help you stabilize. Pull that leg closer, closer, closer to you. Now extend your supporting arm out, balancing on the side body, and then extend your supporting bottom leg out. Balance, 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 trying not to fall over on your left or your right side. Try to hold this and balance and just explore your level of balance and try to increase it. If you need to bend that leg, do so. After a few breath cycles, maybe try to straighten it again and regain the balance you once had. Lower the leg down in front of your thigh. Push yourself up into a seated position. Roll over to where you're on both buns. Crisscross applesauce with one knee stacked on the other. Bend over. Do some butterflies and then bend over just to stretch your hips. Spread your legs wide apart as far as they can go without hurting or feeling forced. And let's just bend over to kind of get a nice stretch in your groin area. Grab some toes. Now stretch up and over to one side and the other. If it feels good to do so, rotate from one side to the other. Alternate sides on your breath, introducing movement. Then melt down into your center and just hang out for a little while, enjoying the release of all the tension in your groin area and in your legs. Feeling the stretch deep within the back of your hamstrings as well as your groin area. Lift up, pull your legs in. Grab your arches. Get a balance. Extend both legs out. If you roll backwards on your sits bones a little, that's okay. But mostly try to keep your balance and enjoy the stretch. Get back into your crisscross applesauce and be grateful and express gratitude in your mind and enjoy this now meditative state. Breathing in and breathing out. Just clearing your brain and your mind and your heart of anything that's been troubling you. There's no thoughts of work. There's no thoughts of what you look like or obligations, just peace. Breathe in peace, breathe out peace. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day.